Hey, what's happening, guys? Alright, so pulled the TJ home, started getting working on it. I got some new fenders coming, so fenders had to go. So I took a fender off because I figured it would probably make things a little easier with diagnosing a couple things. I got a knock or a tap or a... Boy, it's not quite bottom end knock, but it's more than lifter tap. So I'm trying to figure out what it is, and the weird thing is, when I took the valve cover off and fired it up, it got quieter. So figure that out. And the other thing I was going to check on, and I'm new to kind of diagnosing this noise, I get spray out of these guys, but then not all the ones in the back. Jeep has good oil pressure, really good oil pressure. The oil looks a little milky, and I don't know if that's because I had this I didn't have the hose on quite enough. I had to move it to get the valve cover off, and it sprayed a bunch of coolant into the head. Not a ton, so kind of wondering if, I don't know, wondering if if I got a bad head gasket. I don't know. It runs rich, but doesn't seem to run real lumpy or anything. So got to figure that out. It's still smoking a little bit. It spilled a little oil on the header, and then the header looks like it was welded by me. This is a JBA header. I can't imagine that this weld right there. I mean, there's no way that leaves a factory like that, right? I mean, that looks like I got nothing. So it has an exhaust leak, but the exhaust leak sounds like it's further back. But holy moly, if that's JBA, that's sad. So I got that going on. So that's super cool. But yeah, I'm stumped at the moment as to what the tap is. Why it would get quieter with the valve cover off makes no sense to me. And it's definitely quieter, you know. I don't think it's the valves overpowering the I hesitate to call it a knock, but it's more than a tap. It's really weird. So I don't know. This is Jeep number 31, and usually I'm pretty quick to figure it out. And this one is kicking my butt a little bit, and I can't figure out. I may pull the head off for the heck of it. I'm this far. It's not that much further to go to pull the head, and then maybe pull a couple of the lifters out, take a look at them, see how they look. But at this point, that's where I'm at. And I told my wife I'd give her garage back next week, because over there we got the vet all tucked in. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. We'll just have to see. So I don't know. Anyway, but Jeep wise, I swapped out the Dana 44 for the Dana 30. Built Dana 30. Couple things though. So as you can see, hanging down there is a lower control or an upper control arm. This is missing the upper on this side because it had like a rock crawler 3-link deal on it. I don't trust these bushings in this piece of junk FabTech kit to do that. So for 35 bucks, I ordered the upper link mount. Still have a 3/8 extension holding in that upper over there. So what happened was we switched them out, and I didn't have a bolt long enough at work. So I just slammed that in there just to get me on the trailer. Good enough, good enough to get on the trailer. All the steering's gone. It's all shot anyway. I have knuckles and a fancy high steer setup with a track bar and everything. That'll go on this weekend, and we'll get the new steering put on it. They're all Hyman. I also need to go cut off the sway bar link mounts off the extra Dana 30 I have. This one has no sway bar link mounts because it never had a sway bar. So got to do that. So that'll kind of wrap up the front end. And while I was at it, I figured I'd figure out what the tap was. I figured it'd be obvious real quick whether or not this needed a motor. Man, I can't tell. I may still grab. There's a motor, low mileage, 4-liter out of a 99 for 200 bucks for, I think it has 119,000 miles, or 110 or something like that. This has 100. That's not bad. So for 200 bucks. So we'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll keep updating as we go here. But sorry about the spastic non-updates lately. It's been so busy with work, it's been crazy. So, but that's the TJ, the plan on it. Oh, what the heck! I'll give you guys the plan on it too if you're still listening. So built Dana 30, it's got an 8.8 with an E-locker in the back. The front has alloy shafts and a Lockrite. And my plan right now is getting the motor running right, new fenders, because both fenders have typical fender rot. I have half a gallon of this paint for this color, so I'm going to get some color on the new fenders, slam them in, and I may paint the whole Jeep again. I don't know. We'll see. That's kind of a remain to be seen kind of thing. And then I think that's kind of it. Just get it going. I've got a bunch of bushings that need replaced because FabTech is garbage, but it's what's on here. And we're just going to basically make it run, drive, and wheel, and get this thing out on the trails and get it kind of cleaned up. It's pretty nasty right now. A lot of good parts, you know, Griffin radiator and stuff, and new yellow top, and everything's kind of there, but just kind of rough. So plan is clean her up, get it going, and hopefully get it on the trail. So hopefully in the next month or two we'll have it out. I'm in no rush. Oh, it's got 4-inch ARB coils in the front and mystery coils in the back, so it's low riding. We'll get that. I already have the coils there on back order till beginning of January. New winch on the front. I already ditched the old winch. I'm going to still run the OR Fab front bumper with the stinger. It looked fine. And 34 1050s, they'll be fine. I don't care. You know, it's just, this is a toy. Sold the hard top, sold the hard doors, have a bikini top and these soft doors off of YJ. That should be good enough for what I want to do. I doubt it's ever going to be out in the snow. I've got some new Corbeau seats for it. Waiting on some brackets to put those in. We'll go for a little walk around. These seats aren't bad. I'll probably see if I can get 50 bucks out of them. They got splits in the sides right there like they all do. Cruise control works, shockingly. Probably throw a cover on this, some kind of stitched cover. AC works, which is pretty cool. It's nice to have. Came with a CB. Stereo works, gauges work. It's filthy dirty. Oh, it's Quadratec floor mats. I didn't even notice that. So, and then the back has a back seat, and it's all full of just parts right now because we're in the process here. Nice tire carrier. It's all stiff though. It needs greased. Corner armor, flat fenders, rocker armor. It's kind of the rundown on the Jeep. Decent little switch setup for the locker in the back. It had the locker in the front, but my buddy Rob took that front axle as part of the deal with getting the Jeep and getting it cheap. So I don't know. I'm at a loss. I usually can figure this out. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys, especially if you hung around this long. That's the update on the Jeep. And I guess that's all I got for now. So I'll update as we go here, and I'll do a little more cohesive update later. So take care, everybody.